Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to All About Women. Let's talk. Good afternoon to as many of you. I really hope that you all are enjoying your afternoon. You're having a wonderful time. Um, Most especially that it's the weekend now, and we are in the first day of November. Wow! I mean, look at how the months are flying. We're practically almost coming to the end of 2025. Wow, just next month will be the final month, and then crossing over to 2026. Wow, the 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 months and the years already going. Anyway, guys. I mean, yeah, you guys probably would have been wondering where I've been. I've actually I've kind of been resting. Yeah, I've been kind of resting because I haven't kind of been well. So it's just kind of practically like from um, from Tuesday that I recovered from the the women's sickness that we always get every month, which to as many ladies they know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, guys, yeah, I really hope you all have enjoyed yourself so far. Now, today we're going to talk about a very nice topic. But before we start, many of you may or may not know me, but it's your girl Adez. So we're still kind of on the topic of marriage, because marriage is one of the most crucial things and very important in our lives, and we kind of need to know um, we need to know how to kind of be able to sort out certain issues when it arises. So so we're kind of still talking about marriage, but a similar little topic to add to it. So yeah, as we start now, today's topic that we will be talking about is problem solving in marriage. So if you guys have a pen, paper, you have a notebook on your phone, or you have iPad, even your laptop, it's fine. Any of the devices, it is fine, so that you guys can use to take note, or feel free to actually comment as well with questions and things. So yeah, so guys, now, to a lot of us who are married, I'm not gonna kind of say like practically the whole world, because yeah, that I can't even count how many of us. So I can't even say the whole world, but quite a lot of us that we are married, and a lot of us has been married for a very long time. There's some of us has been married like since you were 16 years old, or 17, or even 18, and up until now you're still with your husband. Now marriage is one of those things that are crucial in our lives, because from the time you start a relationship, from friendship, and you've known your friend for many years, since right um, from nursery or preschool, then from preschool to primary school, then from primary to secondary. So it's just kind of like where you have grown up with this particular person, and you've known this person all your life, and you've grown up with this person, and you've actually decided that you want to be like friends, and like know each other for a certain period of time before you decide to take your relationship to the next level. But some people, they don't. Some people, they want to get married quick, while others, they'll rather be patient to know the person that they want to get married to. They rather be patient, and they rather get to know the person very well. Just like that's what like your families will even expect. I'm not gonna say all, but mostly with mothers, before the mother and the father give out their child in marriage, they want to actually they want to know the person that they are giving out their child to. They want to know whether if that person is a good person or a bad person. They want to know everything, like every lowdown of that person that they want to hand over their child to, just so that for precaution and to kind of know again whether if that person is good or not, so that they will be able to save their child from any future any future damage, or if the marriage eventually goes wrong. So they always want to know. They always want to know who that person is, where they come from, where they grew up. Unfortunately, it's kind of like when you're doing an exam in school to as many of these teenagers, and slash early adults that are currently taking their mock exams, their main exams. So with marriage, when the parents wants to know who their child wants to get married to, that's a normal thing. That is a very, very normal thing, because I'm not, please don't scold me. I'm not saying every single man, but most men, they love women. They love to be with their women. But on the other hand, when a man gets angry and very hot tempered, they kind of do the unexpected, and which a lot of you knows exactly what I mean. I'm not kind of going to come straight out. I'm not going to kind of say out straight, because a lot of you know what I mean. So the guy is, I mean, he's okay. He's good. He does everything he needs to do as the husband, and loves his wife, and does everything for his wife. But it's not that he does not love the wife. Of course he does. But it's just that sometimes men have a funny way of showing that love. They do have that funny way. But it's just that the only issue is that with women, they kind of find it hard to kind of understand why the husband is showing them love in a completely different way, practically in an unexpected way. They find that very difficult to kind of understand that. And then as time goes on, they've known their husband for many years, and practically almost growing old with the husband. They now later understand that, oh, okay, that, yes, I understand you, and this is your way of professing your love. But when a man gets angry, it's normal. It's very normal. It's very normal for both men and women. I'm not I'm not castigating the men, no. But It's common in both men and women. We, not just men and women, also the younger adults and kids as well. They often do get angry, but is one of those things. But it's just that you need to kind of try your best at all costs to not kind of always get the the women angry, because women they're very hot tempered. They're very hot tempered when they are pushed to a limit. They are very hot tempered, and when they are very hot tempered, the best thing the best thing to do is to actually walk out the room, leave the woman to cool off, because the woman is highly angry that she can actually pick up anything at that very heated moment. She can pick up anything and start throwing it all across the house, throwing it from the kitchen to the living room, from the living room. You can't even throw it upstairs. Depending on how angry that woman is. But when a woman is highly angry, please step out of the room, leave her for at least an hour to 2 hours to cool down. If possible, ask her to go out and take fresh air. By her taking that fresh air, the air has gone into her. She's cooling down, and she's having her own me time while she's cooling down and trying to let out the steam of what's making her get very angry. Then when she now eventually calms down, the best thing to do is to sit your wife down and talk to her. Talk to her, because yeah, she's a human being too, just like you. She's a human being too, and she has needs. She has needs, and there's things that she wants to do that she doesn't see herself doing, and which is kind of part of what kind of gets them very angry. Is part of it, but not all. So when the woman eventually has calmed down, sit your wife down, talk to your wife, and just talk. If possible, even make her laugh as you're talking. Just say something, anything that will make her laugh, because even as you're sitting with her, in her heart she's still quite angry. Although she's not showing it to you again, she's still quite angry. So please, the remedy is make her laugh. Anything that comes in your mind, just say it out, make her laugh. Then once she's laughed for some minutes, then talk to her, find out from her what happened, what's making her so angry, why she was throwing every manner of objects that she lays her hands on, that she's throwing it all around the house. Then just sit with her, listen to her, and let her explain to you why she was actually very angry and very hot-tempered at that very moment. You never know that whatever it is that's making her angry, it can actually be one of those silly little things that has made her angry that you're not kind of aware of. And you yourself, you don't even remember even doing whatever it is that actually made her very angry. Then once once she's explained to you why she's so angry, please talk to her, calm her down, reassure her. In fact, work together and find like strategies, solutions to not kind of make both of yourself angry. There are ways that you can kind of communicate without kind of getting yourselves angry. So guys, now we're going to kind of get into the main thing. Now, you may feel lost. You may feel lost on where to start and how to turn your relationship around. Maybe your partner has already checked out, not willing to go to therapy, or just stuck in a conflict cycle that does not leave the room for connecting authentically. Does this sound like you? Guys, this is the question. Does this sound like you? And if it does, do you have moments in your life that you feel loneliness, not getting the support you need or you hope for, responsibility for everything, as in, what I mean is that you practically taking the whole load, the whole burden of your wife. Like, for example, when if your wife has missed like, if your wife has missed certain payments of like your phone bill, or like maybe the water bill, and she's finds herself in a lot of debt, that load will be on you, because you're the one that's working at that very moment of time while she is job hunting. So that load and burden is on you, and you kind of at some point become so stressed. You become so stressed that you'll be thinking to yourself that, oh, but my wife has 2 hands and 2 legs. That why is she finding it difficult to get a job? First of all, you need to kind of understand that your wife is not the only one who is unemployed. There are millions of people in the UK here who are currently unemployed, while a majority of people are working. So your wife is not the only one who is unemployed. Millions of people out there is unemployed, and you will see it. You will see it. Those that are out there on the street, they won't kind of come to you and tell you that I'm unemployed. They won't come to you and tell you that, except if you are related to that person, except if you happen to be the cousin, the brother, or the sister to that person. Then then you can now actually tell your relative that, oh look, listen, that I'm unemployed and I am finding it very, very difficult to get a job. That is there any kind of support that you can give me to be able to get a job? And which families they are very, very willing and are able to help their relative to get into work or back to work. Now, starting each day, hoping that he would give you one confident, caring look that day, give you some attention. Now that's one of the major problems in marriage. When the wife the wife kind of has that urge, when she has that urge and she wants to kind of feel her husband, as in, yeah, you ladies and men know exactly what I mean. When she kind of wants to feel her husband, she will be giving the husband signs. She will be giving the husband signs. She will, so those signs that she will give is that she will actually dress sexy for the husband. She will she'll wear her latest new lingerie sets, which is attached with the G-string. So she'll be giving the husband like the signs. But at that time, when the husband is kind of very tired, hey, how are you? Long time. Are you sure it's a long time? No, it's not. It's not a long time. No, it's not. It's not that long. Anyway, so back to what I'm saying. So she'll be giving the husband sign, and mostly the fact that she'll dress her latest lingerie set, which is attached with the G-string, and the husband will see it. The husband will see it, and because he has actually had a very long shift and he's very tired. Oh, not long time per se, but I've been. Oh, okay. Well, I'm here now. Thank you. So yeah. So back to what I'm saying. Because the husband has had a very long shift, a good 12-hour shift, or even 24-hour shift, and he's broken down. He is so tired that he doesn't have the strength to give the wife what she wants. And because of that, the wife will feel starved. So sometimes the husband will tell the wife that, look, that please try and understand. It's not that I don't want to give you what you want, but you know that I'm just coming back from work very late. I am so stressed. I am tired. My body has broken down, so I kind of need to have a shower, eat, and I need to have a rest because I have another long shift. So sometimes the husband will kind of advise the wife that, look, that if you're starved, please use your dido, that your dido, use that one to kind of give you the satisfaction that you need just for that night. And then when I'm off work and when I have a day off or two, then yeah, we can kind of have all the fun that we can have. But it's just that I'm just kind of really tired. Now at least the wife will understand, but it's not kind of good to be doing it constantly. Yeah, it's not kind of good to do it constantly, because the wife will kind of suspect that the husband is having it with somebody else. So you kind of wouldn't really want you wouldn't want to kind of give your wife that impression that the wife will be thinking that you're having it with another woman. The same thing with the wives as well. Is it's kind of, it is kind of good to kind of give your man what he wants. so that your man as in your husband will not suspect that you are giving it to another man, because that's one of the problems in marriage. Yeah, that's one of the problems in marriage, when the husband or the wife is starved of what they want, they kind of end up giving it to other people, which is not kind of really meant to be so. And although that there are marriages that the husband and the wife is tired of giving themselves the constant satisfaction in bed, the husband and the wife, they have that, they sit down one day and just come up with the solution that whenever either of them needs to have the satisfaction in bed, that they each can actually give it to other people, as far as they still love themselves. And that is an agreement that they have actually decided on. And one thing that you need to kind of sooner or later realize is that if you constantly give it to other people, the love is not going to be there again. Rather, the love will start diverting to that person that either the man is having that satisfaction in bed with, and the same with the woman as well. So that's kind of why it's not really ideal to give it to other people, but it's good for you to have an understanding, and sometimes sit your wife down, sit your husband down, and have a husband and wife talk, and explain to your husband or explain to your wife the reason why you were not able to give your husband the satisfaction in bed. The same thing with the woman. Then at least the husband will understand. The husband will understand very, very well. And at least he will not have suspicion that my wife is going out there and giving it to other men. The same thing with the wife. Now, guys, bear with me. Do you sometimes lay awake in bed next to your sleeping husband, feeling like you are miles away, not knowing what to do? Now, guys, that's the question that I want to ask as many I'm saying married, as many married women. So that's the question that I want to actually ask you. Do you sometimes lay in bed awake next to your sleeping husband? And do you always feel miles away, not knowing what to do? That's the question that I'm asking as many of you women. So whenever you're ready, you women, you can kind of you can answer that question in your own time, but yeah, it's not kind of a must that you say it out in your own time. You can answer that question, and if you do, you should kind of find out why you're feeling miles away with your husband. And by doing that is by getting the professional help, either by seeing a marriage counselor, or going or attending the marriage seminars, or if possible, go on YouTube and actually watch it. And by either attending the marriage seminar or going to marriage counseling, or even watching it on YouTube, you can get some ideas, some tips and ideas of how to kind of figure out why you're miles away, and figure out what needs to be done. So it's kind of more better for the two of you to either go marriage counseling or attend that marriage seminar. Because with the marriage counseling, the marriage seminars, they kind of give you the ideas. They give you the ideas of what you need to do, how you can fight for your marriage if it's a point where your marriage is broken down, that your husband is kind of feeling out of love. It's very ideal to kind of attend those seminars, or go for marriage counseling, or even watch it on YouTube, so you can get an idea of how you can save your marriage. Because it's not kind of really nice, it's not really ideal that your wife you got married to when you were very young suddenly has other ideas of your relationship, which is not good. So please guys, it's kind of ideal. Hey, sorry, can you please take the camera off? Oh, okay, all right, bear with me. Okay. Okay, is that better? Is that a lot? Is that a lot better? Do let me know, please, if that's a lot better, because it would be much appreciated. Let me know. Thank you. Now, back to what I'm saying. So it's very good and very, very ideal for. It's very good and very, very ideal for you both to attend the marriage seminars, or watch it on YouTube, or even go for marriage counseling, because they have the tools. They have all the tools that you need to retain your marriage, no matter whether if it's going downhill. They have all the tools and will advise you on the best ways to kind of keep your marriage. Because when a marriage starts having hiccups, sometimes is a normal thing, sometimes is not normal. Sometimes there is far more. Okay. Okay. Oh, guys. I don't know what happened there. Better? Yeah, it's like I was just about to ask you. Now, so, yeah, I'm glad. So yeah, they have, so the marriage counselors and attending those marriage seminars, or even watching it on YouTube if possible, they have all the tools for you to be able to retain your marriage. Because like I said, when the marriage goes downhill, sometimes it's normal, sometimes it's not, is not ordinary. Sometimes there is there's something behind your marriage not kind of going well. It can, yeah, it can actually be anything. It can kind of be like a hidden enemy that you're not even aware of. It can be like a family member who secretly dislikes you, which you're not even aware of, but your family member is pretending to actually like you, and deep within his or her heart, they hate you. That's the message that they're actually giving to you in a systematic way, and which is not good. In fact, sometimes I think to myself that why is it that your own family that you grew up with dislikes you? That's often the question that I always wonder, why your own family fights you for nothing. Mostly when it comes to your marriage. Sometimes the mother, just because the mother, guys, bear with me. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Sometimes the mother, because the mother dislikes the husband, just because the husband comes from a different state of Nigeria, for example. Because mostly this actually does happen in a lot of Nigerian families. Mostly sometimes the mother doesn't like the husband, just because the husband is from a different state entirely. For example, so for example, if a man comes from Kongi State, the mother doesn't like that, because the mother feels that your husband comes from a bad family, and maybe that's not the case. Maybe is even something else that the mother likes. So what the mother does is that the mother actually talks the wife, as in their daughter, out of separating from their husband. Although the wife will be asking the mother that, but Mum, what has my husband done to you? What is his offense? Why do you want me to separate from my husband of 20 years? Why? That's the question that the daughter will be asking. Oh, okay, Nigeria too. They do that. They do that in. Hi, sorry, I don't kind of. Oh, okay. Is it? Is it? Oh, is it tribalism that you're trying to say? Because I don't kind of really understand that well. So please let me know if that's what you're trying to say. Yeah. So. Oh, okay. That's good. Yes. So it is. That's what, just like what you're saying there. Yes. that's where the okay, yes, that's where the tribalism does come in. Just because their daughter comes from like, for example, from Abuja or Lagos State, the mother does not want her, she doesn't even want her husband to, oh, okay, oh, even in Ghana, yes, actually, no, you are right, yeah, because I know, yes, I do know a lot of Ghanaians that does that as well. Mostly the parents, yeah, just because, yeah, the parents doesn't like their child marrying from a certain state of Ghana, which it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because they forget we have the same, yeah, they it doesn't make sense because they seem to forget that the parents, when the parents they were young, the same thing that their parents did to them, their own parents didn't like the husband just because the husband is from a particular state in Nigeria. One thing you need to understand is that it doesn't matter what state. Yeah, it is, but it's bad. It's not good. But so one thing the parents need to understand is that they had, oh, okay, they had their own time, and now this is the new generation. It's the new generation now. The new generation has actually overtaken the old generation. So the parents does not really have the right to choose for their daughter who they want to get married to. They don't have the right to do that. Oh wow, that's lovely. So yeah, they don't parents, they don't have the right to do that, except if the child actually asks the parents that, look, that mom, dad, please, I'm finding it. Oh, okay. If the daughter goes to the parents and say, look, mom, dad, I'm kind of finding it hard to find a man. And that man, I don't know which of the men are good, which of the men are bad. So please, anytime you are traveling to Nigeria, please help me to find a good man that genuinely loves me. And of course the parents will be willing to help. But apart from that, parents should allow their daughters to get married to whoever they want. It doesn't even matter which part of the world that very individual comes from. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is the love. The love is what conquers everything. That's the most important thing. The love. And when a man and a woman meets themselves, they fall in love, decide to get married, and stay with each other until they grow old, then eventually start having lapses in their marriage. The best thing to do is to solve your problems by always sitting down and talking about it, by finding out where the husband went wrong, by finding out where the wife went wrong. Then when both of you see yourself, oh, hi, welcome, thank you for coming on. When your husband or the wife sees where their fault is, then they'll be able to actually correct the issue that actually caused the marriage to have lapses. Now the thing is, with marriage is not always perfect. Marriage is not a bed of roses. It's not always perfect. Sometimes the husband and the wife has their good days, sometimes they have their bad days. Sometimes the husband and the wife will be at loggerhead and be fighting like cat and mouse. The same couple that is fighting like cat and mouse, leave them for about an hour to 2 hours, if possible, for the whole day to calm down. Oh, I just did that. My whole thing. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So if possible, if you leave them for the whole day, just to calm down, then go back to them like later on in the evening. By then you will see that you will see the same husband and wife that was fighting. Oh, okay. The same husband and wife that was fighting like cat and mouse. You actually see them laughing, having a great time, watching a nice movie. And you think to yourself that, but hold on, is it not the same couple that were fighting like cat and mouse since morning? That is how it is. That is how it is in marriage. There's always, oh, I'm stiffening a stroke. Okay. That is how it is in marriage. So it's just kind of the husband and the wife kind of know how to meet themselves halfway. And mostly the fact that they understand themselves. So even if a problem comes again the next day, they know how to handle themselves. That's just always their way of okay, lamed on my Lydia. Okay. Yeah, so that's how it is. That is how it is with marriages. So it's just a matter of, mainly is a matter of communication. Always communicate with your husband. The same thing with the wife. Always communicate with your husband, no matter what it is. Always communicate with your husband. Oh, okay. No. Okay, guys, bear with me. Now, another way to kind of solve your to kind of solve the problem in your marriage is the kind of oh, please. Oh, wow, that's good. Is to kind of, to reconnect with yourselves. By reconnecting with yourself, again, please, whenever you have chance, do attend those marriage counseling sessions, because mostly in the sessions they do ask the husband and wife to kind of try and reconnect themselves. So they're always asking, they're always either asking the husband or the wife how they met, when the problems in the marriage started. So first of all, they'll also ask they will also ask the wife or the husband that what are all the good things that he's done. The same thing with the husband that they will ask. Then they will now ask what are the bad things that, oh, you're going already. Oh, thank you for coming on anyway. I really appreciate. So they will ask what are the bad things that the wife has done. Then the husband will be listing all the, oh, okay, that's fine. Then the husband will be listing all the things that the wife has done from A to Z. Then the same thing with the wife. The wife will be listing all the things that the husband has done wrong. Then from there, the counselor will be telling both the husband and the wife to kind of, they'll tell them to kind of like write down a few things about themselves, both good and bad. That's is part of the exercises that they'll ask them to do. And then on another paper, they will ask them to write the strengths and the weaknesses, and then also they'll tell them to identify the strengths and the weaknesses. So then sometimes the marriage counselor will ask the wife to go first, because just like they say, ladies first. And the wife will say, the strengths are my husband snores all the time. one of the things that they would say. Then the husband will turn to the wife that, what? But I don't snore. They've forgotten that they're in the session, and they'll be arguing in the session, and the husband will say, I don't snore. When was the last time I ever snored? The wife will be saying that you snore every single day. And that's one of the things that get me angry. That's one of the things that gets me angry, because when I want to enjoy my sleep, I cannot enjoy my sleep because your snoring is like thunder. That's what the wife will be telling her own husband. Can you imagine? Sometimes, hi, how are you, Philip? Thank you for coming on. Then sometimes what the wife will, sometimes she'll stuff cotton wool in her ear just so that she can get a peaceful sleep. She'll stuff cotton wool in her ears just because she can't. Yeah, just so that she can't hear the sound of, or the snoring of her husband. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It does actually. That's one of the. That is one of the weaknesses in a man, the snoring. That's one of the weaknesses. Then another weakness can be what other ones? Another one can be like is the man overweight or out of shape? Actually, You are kind of right, because yeah, that's also one of the problems as well in a marriage. If the if the husband is kind of so obese, the wife will be concerned, and it will kind of put her off. Yeah, that's one of the problems that kind of does get her husband. No, not does get her husband. That gets her very angry, and will be fighting her husband all the time. Be fighting the husband and telling the husband, honey, please, I need you to go to the gym. I need you to lose weight. Go to the gym. That's kind of one of the things that will actually bring the fight. Now, another one that can kind of yeah, another of the weaknesses is sometimes certain foods we eat makes us to gas. Yeah, certain foods, like if you actually eat too much of eggs, not just eggs, if you eat too much of egg and Nigerian beans, you are in trouble. the whole the whole house will be polluted. Yeah, if you so certain foods like eggs, Nigerian beans, and fresh milk with the blue top. Those ones will make you gas all day. And that's one of the things that, yeah, that's actually one of the things that the wife doesn't like. And that's one of the things that will also get her very angry. Could he could he have breathing problems that was related to his snoring? To the snoring. Maybe. Yeah, maybe it can. Yeah, maybe it can be. Yeah, that can be a problem. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes is either he's caught a cold or a flu from somewhere, and the only way that he can breathe is that he has to sleep with his mouth open, just so he can breathe. Because if he sleeps with his mouth closed, he will not be able to breathe. So that's also one of the things actually that can be a problem, which the wife doesn't like. And on the other hand, the same thing with the wife, because the wife kind of forgets that she too snores. It's not even just the husband. Both husband and wife can snore. Yeah. Yeah. But it's just that, okay, does he smoke or drink alcohol that are contributors to breathing problems? Uh yeah, yeah, it can. Yeah, it can be. That can be another problem. Mostly when the husband smokes cigarettes a lot. That's actually, yeah, that's in fact that's one of the things that really, that actually I don't like. I don't like it myself. Only the smell of that cigarette is toxic, let alone even the alcohol. They both work together, they combine together. They are actually best of friends, unfortunately. So when yeah so sometimes because the husband smokes a lot. Hello, welcome. Okay, glad that you're doing this for everyone. It's a great endure. Thank you. If I may, because of your knowledge and understanding of the subject, please present it present it equal. Oh, Sorry, are you asking the topic? Are you asking for the topic? Is that what you're kind of trying to ask? Please let me know if that's kind of what you're asking. So yes. So mostly when the husband kind of smokes cigarettes and alcohol, that's actually one of the things that the wife doesn't like. Mostly when the wife has never smoked in her life, let alone to even drink alcohol. She has never smoked or drink in her life. Then for her to see her husband smoking and drinking alcohol, yeah, that will get her very angry, because she herself does not like it. In fact, she actually has phobia of cigarettes and alcohol. Even, guys, even me too. Me too, I have phobia of cigarette and alcohol. I don't even like it. I don't like it at all. And mostly when I'm outside, wow. What I normally do is that I carry little pieces of tissue and put it in my bag, just so that I don't inhale the smell of the cigarettes or the alcohol. Sometimes when I'm at the bus stop, and someone sits next to me and they're smoking that cigarette, I will stand up immediately and go to the other end of the bus stop, or even go to the far end of the road, just letting that person know that, look, listen, you are sitting next to me and you're smoking a cigarette. Please, could you please kind of have that respect? And it's not that I actually say it out to that person, but in my heart, I'm actually telling that person that, look, listen, you sat next to me, and you're puffing that cigarette in my face. So practically most of the time actually, when I'm out, I come across the smell of that cigarette, I actually give that person the signal and the signs that, look, that I don't like this smell. And it's not that the person is not seeing those signal and the signs that I don't like the smell of cigarette. They'll just look at me and they'll continue doing what they're doing. Then I just move to the other side. One time it actually got to the point that I could not stand it anymore. This is not today. This is not today that I actually did this. This was many years back. I actually had to tell a person that, look, oh no, you because you oh no, you, because you are well equipped and beautiful. We are your audience and need to see the confidence in you. Oh, okay, if you say so. So back to what I'm saying. So yes. So this is not today. This was going years back. I actually had to tell a person that, look, listen, I don't mind you smoking your cigarette and drinking your alcohol, yeah, but there are certain non-smokers that actually does not kind of like the smell. So please, I'll kind of really appreciate that you kind of smoke and drink like very far away, please. I actually had to tell this person, and the person understood. He understood that he understood, and not only did he understood, he actually apologized, and on the spot I said, look, that I'm sorry, I didn't realize that that my smoking and drinking is kind of affecting you. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you very much for your understanding. That, look, that I'm not stopping you from doing what you're doing, but please, there is a lot of non-smokers, not just, yeah, there's a lot of non-smokers, including children and babies. That's even the level of it, that the cigarette is blowing in the air next to that person, and people are perceiving the smell. Babies are perceiving the smell. Children are perceiving the smell. It's not good. It's not good. And that's actually part of the reason why when kids grow up they become smokers themselves. Yeah, that's the reason why. Because they are surrounded with the smell of cigarettes and weed. Yeah, that's the reason why they grow up and they start smoking and drinking alcohol themselves and smoking weed, just because they're seeing people do it. Not even just people, but their parents. They're seeing their parents do it, either the mother or the father, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, drinking alcohol. So they feel that, oh, okay, that, yeah, this is normal. But it's not normal. Cigarettes, alcohol causes a lot of damage. It causes a lot of damage to your organs, to your body. So it's kind of better that you save yourself than to start having health issues along the way. That's why that is the reason why is that I really wish that cigarettes and alcohol is banned from the UK. I really wish practically for the safety of the non-smokers. I really wish that they can actually do it. But I know that but they're not going to do it. But I really wish they can, because a lot of non-smokers, a lot of non-smokers, a lot of them has actually kind of passed on because of the amount of cigarettes that they've inhaled into their system, just because of a smoker that's smoking next to them. This non-smoker has actually perceived a lot of the cigarette, and it's actually gone into their system, and it's damaged, and it has actually damaged their organs inside. And when they go for their checkups, the doctor will diagnose them with type 1 or type 2 heart disease. This non-smoker will be wondering, but I don't smoke. I've never smoked in my life. How have I actually been diagnosed with this type 1 or type 2 heart disease? Then the doctor will ask that, have you actually sat next to a smoker, and have you actually perceived the smell of cigarette? Then the person will say, yeah, that yes, I sat next to a smoker, and it's not that I practically sat next to a smoker. I was actually sitting on my own. This smoker actually came and sat next to me and started smoking a cigarette and puffing it in my face. The doctor will say to that person that, yeah, that's actually the reason why you have got type 1 to type 2 heart disease, because you have inhaled so much of cigarettes in not cigarette as in, yeah, you've inhaled so much of the smoking into your system, and it's damaged your organs, it's damaged everything in your system. It's sad. It's really sad for non-smokers, mostly when it comes to marriage, when the husband smokes cigarette, is bad because, one, he doesn't seem to understand that smoking cigarettes can actually send someone that by smoking cigarettes you're damaging your organs. Not only are you damaging your organs, but you're slowly sending yourself to your early grave. It clearly says it on the box. The manufacturers of cigarettes, they know how harmful cigarettes are. They know how harmful it is, and yet they're selling it. They're selling it to people. It's not nice. So the only way to beat it is do not smoke. Do not smoke cigarettes. Do not smoke weed. By the time you don't do all these things, you will not feel the urge. You will never feel the urge of smoking, because you've disciplined yourself. You've disciplined yourself not to smoke, not to drink alcohol. But the husband himself, he should have actually disciplined himself when he was much younger, because the husband started there. He started smoking when he was a teenager. Yeah, when he was a teenager, 16 or 17, that he started smoking, and he has smoked up until he turned into his early 50s, into his late 50s. He has smoked for many years, and because of that, he's so addicted to cigarettes that he finds it very hard to give it up. But with the support of the wife, it's kind of good, kind of ideal for the wife to take the husband to kind of like take the husband to places where he can seek the help to stop smoking, to actually give it up. And yeah, there are charities, actually. There are charities that kind of helps people who are struggling to leave smoking. There are. Guys, bear with me. I'll actually check some of them. Guys, bear with me, please. Better. Guys, so you see, yeah, I said it. There are charities. There are a lot of charities, and mostly if you're in the UK. Yeah, there are several charities. There's several charities and non-profit organizations in the UK that provides resources, support, and advocacy to help people stop smoking. So these include NHS Stop Smoking Service, NHS Smoke Free Helpline, then Better Health / Smoke Free app. Then they also have another charity which is called Kick It. So this one is a free evidence-based service that offers 6 weeks of one-to-one support from a specialist advisor. So they are actually available at your GP surgery, or pharmacy over the phone. So you see, this is also is very good and very handy. Oh god, guys, I don't know what. Oh my god, I'm not sneezing now. Okay. Okay. Now another one which is very good. Cancer Focus Northern Ireland. So this one is a charity that offers an award-winning stop smoking service funded by the Public Health Agency in Northern Ireland. So to as many of you that lives in the UK that actually lives in Ireland, yeah, that's actually is very good. It's very good for you to know. Then they also have Nicotine Anonymous. So this one is actually a fellowship that provides support for people who wants to live nicotine free using a 12-step program. So guys, if so these charity organizations, yeah, they are very helpful. They're very helpful to people who actually wants to give up smoking, mostly the husband that wants to give up smoking, or the wife that wants to give up smoking. So guys, I would actually recommend that you actually check out these charity organizations, and yeah, and feel free to contact them. And yeah, you actually definitely get the help that you need. So yeah, so guys, the main thing is that, again, communication is the key to every marriage. If you don't communicate with your husband will not kind of understand what is happening to you. And to the husband, if you don't communicate with your wife, your wife will not understand what is happening to you. So please, no matter the situation, no matter what the problem is, please communicate with your husband, and actually tell your husband whatever it is that's bothering you, whether if it's at work, whether if it's someone that is stressing you, whether if it's a family member. Please do tell them. And yeah, you'll be able to find a lasting solution to this problem. So anyway, guys, I really hope that this has helped as many of you. So guys, I'm going to continue this. I'm going to continue this on TikTok now. So guys, please feel free to join me on TikTok live, where we will continue this session. So anyway, guys, so yeah, I hope that this has helped as many of you. And before I go, please don't fail to subscribe, comment, thumb up, do like me and share with your friends and your colleague and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. Once again, is your girl Adez. Guys, I will see you all on TikTok in a few minutes. So once again, is your girl Adez. So see you over on TikTok. Bye for now.